Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining the H.C. Wainwright 23rd Annual Global Investment Conference. My name is Spencer Kirschman, and I'm an Equity Research Associate at H.C. Wainwright. While we are virtual this year, we're confident we're going to be able to provide value to you with over 850 companies presenting at this conference, as well as via your interactions through one-on-one meetings. H.C. Wainwright is a full-service investment bank dedicated to providing corporate finance, strategic advisory, and related services to public and private companies across multiple sectors and regions. We have a total of 19 publishing senior analysts and over 560 companies covered across all sectors. Please visit hcwco.com for more information. From a logistics standpoint, please make sure to reference your virtual conference online portal that provides your individual links to your meetings and all presentations. Please join us for corporate presentations and panels that will be available live and streaming on September 13th to 15th. With that said, have a productive and enjoyable rest of your day. And I'd like to introduce our next presenter, Michael Lebby, CEO of Lightwave Logic, focused on advanced data transmission solutions. Michael?
Thank you. And today, over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to give a quick update for Lightwave Logic. As you can see in the lower right-hand corner, we're now NASDAQ listed as of the 1st of September, so we're really excited about that. And this was an organic uplisting without any dilution or reverse split. So again, that's also quite unusual and we're excited. So I have a safe harbor slide. And then a quick overview of Lightwave Logic. We can see here that we successfully uplisted to NASDAQ, and we're being invited to speak at investment conferences and international technical conferences, so you'll see a lot of us. We have a strong balance sheet, and we're looking to strengthen that for product acceleration to market. And we have a very strong IP and patent position with over 70 patents and patent applications. And we really are working hard to make sure we have freedom of manufacturing for our technology platform. We can see some of the financial numbers on the right-hand side. And on the next slide, we can see the impact of the company. On the top left-hand side is the headquarters in Denver, Colorado. On the right part of that, you can see we are a technology platform that is designed to help scale the existing internet structure by providing transmission of data at much higher speeds with much less power. And that's clearly for the fiber optic communications and telecommunications market. And we do that by leveraging our proprietary electro-optic polymer materials to create photonic devices such as modulators. We are under technology evaluation, and we have total in-house control of material supply, device fabrication, and package design. And so let's have a quick look at the headaches of the internet. We all know about using fiber optic networks. And on the top left-hand corner of this slide, I mean, these pipes, fiber optic pipes, carry the data that when we communicate from our computers through the internet to different users and end sites, we know we need to have good speed. And we also know that the places that do the switching need to keep power in check. But on the lower right-hand side, we know also that these speeds need to increase, and radical innovation is needed to enable some of the data services for tomorrow, as the existing framework of the internet really can't take it. And so the takeaway from this slide at the bottom is that our photonic devices, our modulators, are the radical innovation that the internet needs. So let's go look a little bit more and see into that. We know that the internet traffic, as seen by this graph on the right-hand side, is ever increasing, with a 25% compound annual growth rate. It's the IP traffic growth that you can see. That's huge growth. We also know from the left-hand side of the slide that the network capacity is rapidly falling behind the traffic growth. That's with the exponential rise of consumer-level data usage. And we've seen that through the last 18 months to 2 years through the pandemic and everybody working from home at various places. But the network cost and energy consumption have become the new hotspots for data providers. And in fact, when you start looking at this from an opportunity and a market standpoint, Fiber optic transceivers and modules are a great vehicle for hybrid photonic integrated circuits. You can see if you look over the next decade, this is a huge market opportunity. And these types of products will explode as the use of the internet gets more ubiquitous. Some of the markets will broaden significantly. The ones we are focused on the lower left-hand corner, fiber communications, HPC, high performance computing, data center environments. And you can see those existing markets are great vehicles for our technology platform. But also you can see from this slide, there are some new opportunities like automotive and LiDAR that look really, really attractive. I've also listed some other market opportunities and how they are expected to grow over the next decade. And these are great opportunities for platforms such as our optical polymer modulators. And so we have proprietary electro-optic polymer technology. We start with fiber communications, as we indicated in the last slide, but you can see from the lower right-hand corner of this slide, there's lots of really interesting and exciting future applications for our technology, for our new polymer materials. Non-communication applications such as LiDAR displays, computational processing, and things like that. The bottom line is that anywhere where light needs to be switched really quickly at very low power is ideal for our opportunities and our technology. And so the takeaway from this slide at the bottom is our polymers enable faster devices and lower power solutions today. And so what are the competitive advantages? Well, clearly on the left-hand side, we're addressing the main pain points. And one of those big main points is energy savings. We reduce network energy costs with our low-cost, easy-to-fabricate modulators. In the center of the slide, we can enable much faster networks because our modulators switch light much faster. And then on the right-hand side, we have the flexibility of engineering advantage. Because we have polymer technology, we can actually adapt and optimize those polymer specifications for customers' needs. And so our technology addresses the big customer pain points. And so in terms of looking at a business model and a commercialization roadmap, we have a multi-pronged business model. We can see that we can put the modulators into packages and we can sell components. But as we look at the customer base, we see that the customer base is vertically integrated, especially in the fiber optic communication space. So we want to be in a position to either license the technology or be able to transfer the technology to large silicon foundries, and so that we can get the maximum impact from our technology platform. And so this is sort of what the targeting customers with the usual actors would look like. The mind share for the internet is obviously done on the right-hand side from the internet service providers with some of those big players that we all are familiar with. But to supply those internet service providers with the technology, we have to be able to sell into the component suppliers, the high-speed optics manufacturers, and even the network equipment manufacturers. And so we have the potential to enter the market in many verticals. And this is why you need to have a multi-pronged business strategy that does allow not only selling components, but tech transfer as well as licensing the IP. And for this reason, we have to have a strong and robust intellectual property portfolio. We have over 70 patents and public patent applications in process, and that we've already issued. The things that we look for in this patent portfolio are freedom of manufacturing, tech transfer, especially to entities like large foundries, and licensing royalties from OEM, contract manufacturers, CMs, as well as communications customers. And you can see our portfolio as being a mix of issued and filed patents, both US and international, as well as some acquired patents from Lumira and Gig Optics, which were also in the EO polymer space a few years ago. Some of the filings in the lower right-hand corner, innovative polymers, silicon photonics. And so we are growing this so that we can have complete freedom of manufacturing of our technology platform. Our polymer business is being commercialized, and we are focusing on establishing deeper commercial agreements with our enabling technology platform, with huge markets to the left, polymer prototyping, and deeper customer engagement in the center, and a growing patent portfolio in the right. And so advancing our deeper commercial engagements is actually key for us. And in fact, this is quite a technical technology slide, so I would encourage folks to look at this slide afterwards when they have more time. But basically, if you look at the technical solutions in the marketplace today, those commercial technical solutions are on the left-hand side of this green wall, that green dotted line, that's that red box. And where our polymer modulators, they break through the wall with higher performance and higher speed. And you can see on the right-hand side, we can actually go all the way up to 1200 gigabits per second if we have 4 lanes working at 300 gigs per second. So that's 3 times 4 is 1200. Our polymers are actually 3x faster than commercial technology today. So this is really exciting. And this is what a chip looks like. Certainly you can look at it a little longer after the presentation. It's a polymer optical modulator chip fabricated on a silicon wafer. Natural integration with big foundries, we have three platforms, a polymer stack on the left, which is a classic optical polymer modulator. We have the Polymer Plus, which is adding our technology to silicon photonics to actually speed up and improve the performance of silicon photonics. And on the right-hand side, we have a very small polymer slot designed to go with silicon photonics that has a really small form factor, which is ideal for photonics integration. And so we can take silicon photonics and turbocharge it using our integrated photonics with polymers. In our route to maturity and volume, we're at the prototyping and piloting stage, which is TRL 5 to 7. And we are working with foundries so that we can position ourselves, that we can do commercial scale volume manufacturing. And so we are very much looking towards going to the right in this scale. In our terms of our technology roadmap, you can see 4 different parallels for the technology roadmap that range from chemistry of the materials to device design of optical modulators to high-speed performance, so we can go to super fast speeds, to actually integrating with a integrated photonics platform, a PIC platform. But the real thing about this technology roadmap is what's written on the left-hand side. We have unique chemistry, unique chip design, unique high performance speed, and unique integration with PIC platforms. And you really need to have unique value to the industry if you really want to be successful with a new technology platform. And we believe we have this. In our business roadmap, you can see we've gone from polymer performance, reliability, and robustness on the lower left of this graph to customer interaction, testing, evaluation, and foundry partnering. And we're moving very quickly towards customer verification, design verification, and partnership. We haven't provided guidance with particular partners at this point, but this is what we hope to do as we move forward. We have a very experienced management and board, as you can see from these folks. We have a lot of folks that have extensive experience with CEO leadership, as well as CTO leadership. And see 3 of the board members here, Dr. Leonberger, Mr. Siraj Al-Ahmadi, and Joseph Miller have extensive technical experience in chemistry, fiber optics, telecom network equipment, as well as design of optical modulators and optical network systems. So a great board with deep technical experience that can really help us in the right direction. And in fact, we complement this with our advisory board with 4 individuals with extremely deep technical experience. And you can see from their backgrounds, extensive experience to help us make sure that our technology becomes ubiquitous everywhere. In terms of implementing electro-optic polymers to actually increase the speed and save power for the internet. So partnering for success, we have to help scale the internet structure by enabling our technology, and our technology platform is ideal for that. It's designed to transmit data at much higher speeds with much less power, which is essential for the data communications and the telecommunications markets that drive the internet. We're leveraging our internally engineered electro-optic polymers to create polymer devices that convert data from electrical signals to optical signals. And we're working with multiple foundries, packaging partners, modular and transceiver partners to position Lightwave logic for future high volume production in our technology platform. And we have technology evaluation underway. So we're leveraging our partners to commercialize our technology in polymers. I thank you very much. And I think I'm a little ahead of time, but that's been an exciting opportunity to give our updated presentation to the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you to Lightwave Logic for what's been a really productive and informative presentation. We really appreciate the time and effort spent preparing for this event. And while we're virtual this time, we're hopeful that our next conference will be held in person. We're grateful for the flexibility and the online presence this year. And thank you again from the H.C. Wainwright team.